Week 13. Boy, we are winding things down, aren't we? Okay, so you've learned about multimodal composition. Um, and now it's time to kind of see them in action, I guess, as you begin to compose your own. So, again, a pretty light week in terms of things you turn in, things that get graded. There's just the one thing, the discussion board post, which I can show you right here. It's the team progress report. Okay, you know how discussion boards work. I just came up with a list of questions that I want you to answer. I think about 10 or 11 questions. Some of them not very difficult, such as what is your group's team name? So hopefully you have a nice team name, something maybe related to your team. I don't know, spirit animal or something. But I just want to know, and I want you to share with your peers where you plan to take this collaborative multimodal project. It's also an opportunity for me to remind you of the importance of having a persuasive goal, okay? Having a thesis statement. Just because you're not writing an essay, although you're writing the individual essay, the project itself may involve text, certainly, but just because it's not a piece of traditional writing doesn't mean that it shouldn't have an argumentative sort of thrust. It shouldn't have a persuasive point. Okay, so that's what these questions are meant to kind of steer you toward. Just kind of a reminder of the parameters of the assignment. So the reminder that what sort of primary research we'll be using. What are give me 3 of your secondary sources so far. So what have you found? And what form will it take? Are you going to make a slideshow? Are you going to create a video? What are your plans? And a lot of this can be tentative. Until you actually kind of get your boots on the ground and start creating, it's hard to know exactly what form will suit your purpose best. But as long as you're thinking about these things, I'm sure you'll be okay, or at least you'll be in a good spot. It's a good place to begin. So you complete this by Thursday, the 17th, by 10 a.m. So each team writes one. You'll write it together. You'll divide up the work. I'm sure in some way that I hope is democratic and fair. But the main point is to give us a snapshot of where your team is now. The last part is what questions do you have, and the more thorough you are with this part, the more easily the second part can be done, which is by Monday the 21st. You want to provide feedback or answer some of those questions. So if every group asks a couple of really good questions, then the reply phase of this project should be pretty easy. I wonder if this wouldn't have been better as an invention journal, but I don't know. I think maybe having a team develop an invention journal might be difficult. I'd rather you maybe focus your energies on the task at hand on the collaborative multimodal project, because it is such a big part of your final grade in College Comp. And it's time to start thinking about final grades, isn't it? So you have to complete the team progress report. You have to reply to a couple of the posts by Monday morning. And then what you're really doing this week, and that's really the only assignment, what you're really doing is just hopefully plunging into these sample multimodal projects to get an idea of what they look like. So maybe let me start from the bottom here. So there's these ones are not bad, these videos. And these are some groups that use sort of multiple modes in order to, accomplish their goals. As you go up the list, though, you become a little more educationally oriented, and also become a bit more student-generated. And that leads me to Jeannie Parker Beard's YouTube page. This is something I showed you in last week's screencast as well. Please keep an eye on these. Let me hit mute on that and let that play for a second. Students' perceptions of traditional multimodal composition. So this is helpful, certainly, but playlists. Okay, she has lots of these. Like I said last week, these are all very nice. You can pick it basically a semester. Like I said, this one here, Leading Ladies in Girl Talk, the fall 2013 doesn't quite suit my teaching purposes as well as the spring 2013. So I'd prefer if you stuck closer to these. But you can see these are all around the length requirement that you're struggling with, or hopefully succeeding at easily. But there's lots of really cool text options. And I'm going to show you here fonts in a second. Let's see, let's turn this up. Let's watch a little bit of this. Okay, you can see the use of music, the use of images and text and statistics, all sort of coalesce in a multimodal project. You want your reader to be sort of intellectually engaged, but also you want to appeal to their emotions as well. That's what sort of effective argumentation does. Okay, you can see people. You don't have to model for your multimodal project, of course, but not not I guess the worst example. So there's so many good ones in this list. So I hope you will spend some time watching these videos and hopefully get inspired. There's so many effective ones. So check those out, please. Oops, wrong one. Got email from my brother. So watch as many of these as you can and give me some feedback on them. Okay. So item 3 here is a very important one this week, as is item 4. Okay. There are collaborative websites. So you can just use Google Drive. Make sure you share whatever folder you create, or let me know where to find your work. So I can kind of drop in. But just for your own edification, or your sort of ongoing knowledge base. Many of you going to college in the fall, you're going to be collaborating on future projects as well. And there are, in addition to Google Drive, which does just a fine job for our class, for our classes, there are also several other resources out there. So VoiceThread is a great one. Show you VoiceThread real quick. Wigio is a very good one. It's very popular in my department. Okay, so this is a way to have sort of presence. You can leave sort of voicemails on a project in order to. You can call it. You can use text. You can do it from your phone. You can do it from your tablet. VoiceThread is really, really cool, and it's asynchronous, which means not everyone has to be in the same sort of chat room at the same time. You can leave messages for people. This is where I've done this amount of work. Here's where we need to go from here. That sort of thing. So do yourself a favor and check out VoiceThread. I use the red text, the red color, very purposely. Oh no, did I stop? Oh no, okay. I thought I stopped recording. Apparently I didn't. All right. So Hackpad, Pegbee, Redbooth, Todoist is a good one, and then ThinkBinder's not a bad one for brainstorming. Okay, so these are ways to collaborate. So if you guys all sign up for a VoiceThread, if you create a group in Wigio or a Hackpad group, just invite me as well. You have my email. You know how to get in touch with me. So just make me a member. I guess make me part of the team. Okay, number 5, item 5 here is help in composition. So, if you want to look at like archive.org is a good example. Say you want to, since you're using technology, archive.org is, well, first of all, it's a live music place. It's where many Deadheads, fans of the Grateful Dead, post their tapes. But there's also this Wayback Machine. So if you ever want to see what a website looked like back in the day, so let me think. We'll go to muc.edu. Let's see, let's browse the history of Mount Union College. Let's see if we can find it maybe. Let's see. Okay, so then, you can pick any year you want. So, look, it didn't even have a website by the time I started college there. So let's go back to 1996, and let's see what Mount Union College's website looked like back when I was a sophomore in college. Let's see, hopefully it's loading. Okay, is this not working? Okay, so October 8th, I'm sorry, snapshots. The interface is a little different than the last time I used this. Let's see. Let's try another one. This was a good idea. Let me just pick another year maybe. There we go, you can see it's kind of slowly loading up. Oh, bunch of broken clip art. Okay, well, there you go. Mount Union Online, there you go. So, if you want to try to find an old website, archive.org will show you what any website looked like way back in the day. So maybe if we do, apple.com. See if we can find one. Whoa, all right, so if we go back to, let's just pick 2000. Let's go 14 years ago. Let's see, we'll pick February 29th. Loading. There you go. So look at the new PowerBook. Look how big and clunky. So I had one of these. The iMac, or no, I'm sorry, the iBook that looked like a toilet seat. There's I don't know. There's hopefully you can see the usefulness of archive.org, and it's also just kind of fun to play around, especially as you get older, which none of you are. Let's see. So PhotoFlexer is really easy for online photo editing. Now, I'm sure some of you have, Photoshop, or you have nice software on your laptops, perhaps. But if not, easy online, sort of cloud-based photo editing. You're going to use photos. if you need free music, this is a cool website for it. Incompetech has a bunch of sort of Creative Commons. Like, you don't need a license for it. You click on a feel. So if you want an eerie feel, the music just there's no royalties for it. So not that our projects are going to get us in any copyright trouble, but at the same time, it can help create a mood. So very cool website. Remax, like if you want to use a picture of a home, it's good for that. Fonts.com, you know what that is, right? Yeah, look at you got all these different fonts to choose from. So again, you're going to be using text, so fonts.com is probably going to be something you're going to want to check out. Costumers Manifesto, I know so many of you are creative in the theatric arts, so just for your own knowledge base, but also for this project, the Costumers Manifesto is a website that has lots of, you guessed it, styles of dress throughout the years. Mixed media projects, the Thousand Journals will give you some ideas of where to, actually that should go. Editing in action, how exciting for you. Let's see, we'll put it under the samples. I think it goes best right around here. There we go. Okay, Arcade Museum. So if history of gaming, if your group is going to use the history of gaming, you can. Here's a tutorial on how to create a multimodal Prezi. So watch this as well. This is a little more of a help and not sort of a software that will help you, but more guidance, instruction. So then the rest of the stuff is just another link to the Collaborative Multimodal Project assignment, so you know what I'm looking for. And if you haven't watched Week 12's screencast, well, chances are you're not watching this screencast, but I hope you will. And then just all the things that you're reading up about to understand multimodal projects. And you'll notice the footer down here. We've always had the consistent header of the schedule, the full calendar being here. But down here is just a link to all the links there. So if it's a little too cumbersome to read, here are all the links that I've just been going over this week and last week. So again, if you have questions as you're making your way with the Collaborative Multimodal Project, that I'm available. Hopefully by the time you're listening to this, I've graded all research projects, research essays, but if not, they will be done very soon. I'm assuming they'll be done by the time you're watching this. So please send me your questions, send me your emails, and take care.